I'm the Vixen from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10.
Hi, I'm Dita Ritz from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 4.
And welcome to another episode of Queer Table. Make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. And remember, sharing is caring.
And please make sure you subscribe to the Patreon and support all the queer arts. The link is in the description. Yes.
Now, shall we proceed?
Yes, indeed.
Come on.
Would you date someone who has cheated in a previous relationship?
Yes.
Depends on the situation.
Right, was it Ashley?
If it's an Ashley, it's an Ashley.
Yeah.
So if we're open, it's just like, okay, bro, well, you don't have to, the issue's not gonna be you sleeping with other people, it's gonna be you lying now. So are you gonna lie?
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst. When you're in an open relationship and they still lie.
And it's just like, for what?
Why?
You just wasted everybody's time.
Wait a minute, people lie in open relationships?
Yes. It's like because honestly, I think people get off on cheating. And so when you don't have that rule to break, they try to make the rule and break it anyway because that's what they get off on. And it's like...
That makes sense because that is the... Well, I have my own ideas and opinions about cheaters, but I agree
I think it's the rush of getting away with something.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's also like a insecurity thing, like, how many yeses do you need for you to feel whole?
Or for you to feel whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just be a hot.
How was your first kiss?
Awful. It was awful. So, I'm just unloading the stories. Okay, so
That's what we're here for.
I was in middle. So I played the cello, but we would walk into the hall, and then I was walking with this dude, and then I lose him, and I'm like, where'd he go? And then he pokes his head out of the girl's bathroom. I was like, I said. So I went in there, and he was like, show me your boobs. I said no, and he's like, will you kiss me? I said sure, and that was that. And
You know what's interesting is I feel like men still flirt that way. Guys are still, I feel like they still flirt
down, you know?
Sure. Let me see your boobs. No? Okay, well, this
I guess you're being reasonable now.
Foot in the door. Hey, show me your boobs. No, maybe.
Okay, I remember my first kiss. Her name was Miriam. I was in 5th grade. We were boyfriend and girlfriend. And it was outside of the school, at the gate. And it was one of those meet me by the gate today. I want to kiss. So we did. And it was kind of I did it, and I was walking home, and I was like, wait, that's the first time I kissed him, but I had my first kiss. I'm gonna have to do that again.
With another person. Let's try a boy next time.
Right, let's mix it up. I think I could do better. It was very that, I think I could do better than that. Yeah.
My first kiss was in 2nd grade. It was this little trade, third grader. And we would hang out. He was the only one who was nice to me. And so I went over his house one day, and he was just like, you gay, ain't you? And I was like, no. How could you do this to me? And then he got on top of me. He was just like, you're not gay, but you like this, right? And I was like, yeah. And then he kissed me, and he was just like, well, I'm gay too. And then he was just like, but we have to wash our mouth out with soap so we don't get any diseases. And so we he was in 3rd grade.
I wasn't ready for that one.
In 2nd grade, so I didn't know no better. So we washed our mouth out with soap, and then we painted. It was a really cute day.
Yeah. Ralphie from the Christmas Story had to wash his mouth off himself too. It happens, you know.
That sounds like a nice date. I wouldn't kiss and paint.
Honey, especially going on today, I think people would love to wash their mouth off themselves. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna go there, right? Okay.
My first kiss was non-consensual, so I mean, not a fun time.
That's a good.
Solid 2 out of 10. Solid 2 out of 10.
Solid. That's you being nice to a fella.
Yeah.
Sorry, more like a liquid or a gaseous 2 out of 10.
Yeah. Melting ice.
I feel like I just learned something about science in there.
My very first kiss was with a girl, and she was beating me up. Yeah, I remember it vaguely, like,
What the hell goes on in Indiana?
I know. I don't know what was going on. I just remember her, like, she went to my house, and then she was talking to me, and she grabs me, and she throws me on the floor, and then she's banging on my head, and I see her kissing me. I'm like, oh shit.
What is this?
Yeah. This
She
is
probably had a crush on you.
grade. Yeah.
She probably had like feelings for you at the time.
I don't know.
Because you know, that's a very classic case. It's like, yeah. Sometimes the bullying and the teasing and the picking.
Name a celebrity you think died far too soon.
Aaliyah.
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain, that's a good one.
Jim Morrison.
Yeah, Kirk Cobain.
Jim Morrison is good too.
Friends.
I feel like if he kind of like got out of his drug days, he probably would have had like a really good career. I feel because Jim Morrison joined the 27 Club.
Yeah.
Selena.
Freddie Mercury.
Oh, yes.
Man, Freddie Mercury would be everything right now.
Right?
He would be Hugh Hefner. You know, like, he would be like
Definitely.
oh my god, that was so dope. Have you ever gotten in trouble with the law? Because that actually needs to be locked up.
Ashley.
I've
You had it coming.
had a couple of possession charges, but it was just like I was very much like
You were possessed.
That's what you talked about. I was possessed, okay?
I was and the officer.
Is
I'm
it
just
demon
trying to go
agent?
home. I ran the light because my tires are bad. Well, it smells like weed in here. Do I need to check? No, someone was buying my car earlier. That's not
You were burning your car?
borrowing.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. I was like, no, someone borrowed my car, and I'm certain he smokes. You can check if you want, but I promise you're not gonna find anything in here. To which that was like it being cold out, and then me being very much like, officer, please. He was like, oh, girl. So
You gay boyed your way out of this situation.
yeah.
We me and Dina talk about that all the time. Like, I would rather be pulled over as a gay boy than
Because
I mean, the cops
I keep dangling earrings. I keep clip-ons in my dash for that very
Yeah.
reason. So hey girl! I'm sorry, so officer, what did I do wrong? I didn't mean to. I just was, I'm trying to get home.
I truly believe this. You get pulled over as a black guy, or you get pulled over as a gay guy, and you're in trouble. But a black gay guy, cops do not want that drama. They don't want that. They're like, oh, never mind. Fuck it. It's too much.
because they know.
That's you're gonna be on the news twice. That's too much. There's too much going on.
They already know.
They don't want that smoke.
You see, I have a little bit of a story. There was like 2 other dudes in the car. The front seat was his best friend, and then the kid in the back seat that was next to me, I didn't know who he was. Everybody was like rolling up in the car and like dumb shit like that.
In 2020, rolling up means a lot of things. What you talking about?
And so,
Weed?
Hurling a blunt.
Even that could mean a lot of things now.
True. I was actually gonna say the same thing.
no.
It's Indiana, I gotta ask.
She means by rolling of the weed.
Thank you for the
Because we don't mess
question.
with that Tina. No,
Who is it? We don't know.
The only Tina we mess with is Miss Turner.
Oh!
Or Nose Lawson. Okay?
Yeah.
Tina Nose Lawson.
Lawson, yes. Tina Lawson.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Everybody was smoking. I was the one that wasn't. I was just like, I just want to ride. And like then he goes the opposite direction of where I need to go. I'm just like, whatever. I'm just here for the ride. And it's another hour and me waiting to get to this place. And and then my brother's like swerving all over the road. And then he turns into this parking lot and comes. I said, what are you doing? He said, I think there's a cop following us. Then pull over.
Right,
Then pull
don't
over.
turn it into a high-speed chase. Oh my god. What about for you?
The very first time was right after high school. Got my first car. Hit up all my friends like, let's get together. Let's hot box. Let's go.
You know the tea.
Yeah. It was with Charles and Elijah. After we smoked, it was amazing. It was for 420. And yeah, our celebration. And after we're done, we were like, okay, let's go home. I didn't know I was going fast. I guess I was like 55 on a 25. Yeah, I didn't know.
How was I supposed to know that?
Right.
And what is 25? You was going 55 in the school zone?
I don't know where I was at. I don't know where I was at. But
You hot boxed.
we were going somewhere.
You know where you were hot.
She just said it was 420. She didn't know where she was going. She just knew she was going there 30 miles over.
So he pulled us over, asked us questions, and I was like, I just want to get home. And he said, all right, you're good to go.
That really be it. I don't know what it is about that term, sir. I just want to go home.
Yeah, and we had like 3 grams. I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, hopefully we don't go to jail.
Yeah, I had just cops. So if he had searched the car, he would have found my fresh sack and my roach.
Oh, girl. Yeah, I've never had.
For those at home who don't understand, fresh sack and roach could sound like
So
when you say like fresh sack,
my freshly bought bag of weed and my the end of my blunt.
Okay.
My roach.
The roach.
because that
He don't got roaches
they
in his
painted
car.
a very
I don't want you thinking that, he got roaches in the car.
Driving an 82 Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Situation, okay.
What's one of your favorite guilty pleasures?
Mine is a 7-Eleven hot dog. I don't know what it is. I know we probably should not be eating no damn hot dog in this coronavirus moment, but a 7-Eleven hot dog.
A good
Have you ever had a pizza puff?
Mm-hmm.
Pizza puffs.
Pizza puffs.
They make me think of my childhood.
Yes.
That's why I was chubby as a kid. But damn it,
Cafeteria.
pizza puff. You get some mouse sauce on a pizza puff.
Pizza puff. Oh, I love it.
And I sometimes just like grab McDonald's on my way home because like I tell people, I'm just like, man, I really shouldn't eat that. And they're like, then don't. I'm just like, I won't. And I do.
Yeah, just sometimes like, oh my God, yeah. I love it.
Mine is just sour strips and Coke Icy. That's it.
What's the last one?
Coke Icy. Or
Coke Icy.
Icy? Oh, like a slushy.
Like a slushy, like a
Yeah.
Slurpee.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, those are good, yeah. I love a good Slurpee.
And let's say cola.
Right? All the interesting words we choosing to use. I love this episode.
Just bleep them. Let's change with something else.
Roll up, fresh bag, roach. I love it. Never have I ever regretted how I left a relationship.
Like I don't regret leaving it. I regret how I left it. Is like I like to get out of like the bad relationship I was in. I had to like ruin some other people's like relationship. Well, I don't really feel bad for Ashley, but
Ashley, you deserve it.
Ashley. But yeah,
I never
All along.
like Ashley.
The only time I really regret is when I like ghost people. But the only time I ghost people is when I tried to have conversations with them before and they just showed me that they won't. It wouldn't have been received, so it would be better to just leave.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've really regretted.
I did that once in high school. It like haunted me for years. I was like, oh, that was mean. You were a mean person when you did like. I was like, this guy was just not. It just wasn't working out, and I didn't have the emotional vocabulary to. So I just stopped answering my phone for 3 months. It's a thing. It's fine.
He was calling you for 3 months.
Oh, girl. Pull that phone like, she gonna pick up today. I know she gonna pick up today.
It's her birthday. She's gonna be feeling generous. No, she's not.
Oh well. So this is kind of a mean story to tell, but okay. So I back in my like teenage, like 18, 19 years old, gay.com.
Yikes.
Gay.com. And chat. I mean, that was before Grindr, Scruff, or anything. That was like the chat. I don't even know if gay.com still even exists, if it does today. But I had met a guy on there, and I was in the process of like moving to Chicago. So I had met him, and he lived in Chicago, and then he was like, you know, oh, well, you gonna be in town for the like Pride? And I was like, yeah, sure, like not a problem. And this is how full story this really is. So I go up and I go meet him, and he's at the main stage area, and I've never met him in person. RuPaul is performing on stage. which is just such a full circle moment.
So, I mean, you won't hear that anymore.
Right, like performing on stage, and so we're sitting there watching and everything, and I'm really not attracted to him at all. And so I literally said, "Oh, well, you know, it's Pride Festival. It's like everybody's out and about on the streets." And I went, "Let me go talk to my friends really quickly, and I'll be right back." And I never returned.
Oh my goodness.
And you never talked to
I'm as mean as Ashley. No, I'm not.
No one's as mean as Ashley.
No one is as mean as Ashley.
Ashley.
I had a comment all along.
He probably
No.
saw you on TV and was like, that
Well, here's the thing. I sometimes, even to this day, see him around the city, or like if I'm working and doing a show, and it isn't weird, but it is like, I do feel guilty. I do feel guilty. And if I haven't seen him, but even just talking about it right now, maybe if I see him, I will say something to him about him. Because I did feel guilty. I do feel guilty doing it, and at that time I was just young, you know.
Do you ever think about like all of the exes that you had before Drag Race? And like sometimes somebody would cross my mind and I'd be like, they are probably gagging right now. Like, oh, I forgot. Like,
yeah.
Oh no, the week I think maybe you can relate to this too. The week it dropped, like I remember everything dropped for me. Oh yeah, boys.
the inbox.
Boys were coming out of the woodwork I hadn't spoken to in years, literally just trying to holler. And I was
Remember
like,
you handed me a piece of gum in '98?
I'm like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. That gum is underneath the table somewhere. Bye. Bye. So, but yeah, no, I even looking back on it now, like it was very, very mean. So.
Yeah.
Describe your first time feeling rejected. I can tell you mine is remembering just in being in elementary school and hanging around the girls, and then realizing the girls and the boys and how that worked, and realizing that there was nobody for me. So I felt very rejected because I saw all my good girlfriends having fun, cutesy, you know, play flirtation in second grade with the boys, and there was no boy for me to flirt with. And I remember thinking that was like a sense of rejection for me. I was like, damn. So
Okay, so
I know, right? Oh, damn, I got feelings, girl. I got feelings.
You too.
I got feelings, girl.
I was gonna say it was around the first time I found out what gay and faggot was first grade. And we were doing this, like, I went from like a private school to like IPS. And the teacher had like this thing where she would take students like during lunch and bring them to the class and like do like crafts and stuff as like bonding. So it was my first session. She was like, you'll get to do it today. And she picked this other boy, and then she was just like, get your lunch and stand here. So I went to stand next to the boy. He was just like, don't stand next to me with your sweet ass. And I was like,
my ass is real sweet. You can just ask for my number. You ain't gotta flirt. Damn.
oh my god.
and I was like, first I was like, sweet, but like you can feel things.
Yeah.
And it's just like I felt like you moving away from me because I'm like sweet, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am very nice. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah. So I was in middle school. I was like in 7th grade. I had absolutely no friends. So that's a theme. It's just I had absolutely no friends. And there's this girl that was like she was this girl that would like always sit at like my exact same lunch table. She like sat alone too. And like one day I sat next to her and I was like, hi. So and then she just kind of like scooted away from me. And after that I had like a really big crush on her. I don't know why. It just happened.
That rejection touched you.
I kept on trying to talk to her, and then she'd just be like, and I'd be like, okay, I'll stop. I felt rejected.
That's a kink. That's a kink.
I love being rejected.
You don't want me?
Turns me on.
How much do you not want?
Oh, it makes me so hot.
Yeah. Any other rejection stories?
My very first time was like right after high school. It was this guy I used to have a crush on, and I've never thought he would like swing this way. So he hit me up on Instagram, and then we talked. I thought it was something casual, like, you're my friend, like, let's talk. And then one day he was just like, let's hang out. We hanged out. Turns out one thing led to another. After this situation, he just blocked me, cut me off, changed his number, I think, at one point. Twitter, yeah. And it was just like, damn.
Yeah, nothing to do with you.
And I knew you, like, we have not history, but like we were friends.
That's the worst.
Not that you were cute.
Like when you friends with Trade and then Trade exposes themselves and then you have Trade and it's just like, bitch, we was friends.
I didn't ask you to
before,
expose yourself. I went through that a lot in high school too, where
So that was the very first time.
it was like, you didn't have to come out with me if you was gonna be awkward about it later.
Yeah.
Make me a little bitch.
Oh, so true.
Would you date someone who used to be involved in sex work?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
because
the-
they're so person.
Yeah.
Everybody's a
All
human
the
being.
toys, all the tricks.
The Bible say if a man don't work, he don't eat. That is the book.
You eat.
I'm with you. Work.
Pull it up, watch it all fall down. That's all I got to say.
You ain't gotta go.
Let me
work,
tell you.
Work.
I guess I would have to be put. I've never been put in a situation like that, but I will say this: there are